Alright, hey everybody. Wow, that's garbage here. Nascar Pro Series driver for Roush Fenway Racing. Welcome back, and for this video, I'm going to cover the most commonly asked question, which is how to adjust gear ratios. So for this one, grab a calculator, grab pen and paper, and write down first through fourth times ratio equals final drive. And final drive is what I'm going to be helping you guys find with this technique here. So what that is say you're at a track and you're getting towards the end of the straightaway, like for example here, and you're starting to redline. Okay, let's start happening. There we go. So you see me redlining. So obviously that's not good. So you come into your gear ratios. Some of the basic adjustments for gears are, if you go up on your individual gears, first through third, you're gaining acceleration, losing top speed. Coming down, you're gaining top speed, losing acceleration. Same thing for the rear end ratio. You go up, acceleration, down, top speed. So sometimes when you're adjusting these, you'll run into a situation where you've got it to where it's not redlining, but it still is just close enough to where you seem to be losing power or whatever. When you're drafting, you're redlining or something like that. So by yourself, you'll be fine, but when you're drafting going faster, you'll be redlining. So when you go to adjust them, sometimes you'll see big jumps in the final, in the rear end ratio, like you see here, 325, 310. So say you're at a 325, and that might be just a little bit too high. You know, maybe you're tapping redline in the draft or whatever. So you can use this technique to find the in-between final drive ratio, which is where you're at in your RPMs at the end of the straightaways and acceleration through corners and power. So say you've got a 325 and you're just barely tapping redline, and you go down to a 310 and now you're, bogging or whatever. It's just not quite alive as it should be. So you could take and, let's say, for example, up your first gear, 1.10, multiply that by rear end ratio. We'll just say, I don't know, we'll just do 286, 2.86. That gives us a 314. So the 325 was too high, the 310 was too low, but now with a combination of fourth and ratio, we have a 314, which should be right about in the middle, which would be about where you'd want to be. After you get these figured out, you can also use this technique to adjust your first through third gears. Like for Daytona, Talladega, how some of you have restart gears that you like, and you go to changing your ratio, now your restarts aren't all that good. You can write down your originals and come up with the final drive for your first through third and your rear end, and then just start plugging and playing numbers until your first through third final drive ratio is where it was with the original gears. Also, another thing is it helps dial in fuel mileage. So say you get to your 325, and these are all just examples. Say you get to your 325, car runs good, car drafts good, it pulls off the corners good, but you're losing a few laps on gas mileage through a long run. So what you can do here is mix and match your gears once again. So let's see here. Let me see where I'm at here. So say we have a 333, come down to 0.90 on the fourth. Nope. 0.95. Nope. Let's see, maybe a 340. Let's try a 340. 340 times 0.90. 95. Okay, so 340 times 0.95 would be a 323 rear end ratio, which would be just under what you had with the 325. So it wouldn't be enough to really feel any difference in the car itself, but it would be enough to possibly save some gas over the course of 25, 30 laps, something like that. Once you get your gear set, then you got to watch your grill tape, your engine temperatures. Generally, we try to keep them above 200, but below 218. At 218 and up, you start to lose power. You can hear a tone change, stuff like that. Another thing to keep in mind for grill tape is downforce. The more grill tape you add, the more downforce you're giving to the front of the car. So at higher speeds, the car will try to turn better. Daytona, Talladega, the more grill tape you have, the more downforce you have, which is a speed killer. So, and then obviously the less you have, the more drag you're creating by opening up the hole in the front of the car, which is also a speed killer too. So you have to find your fine balance with your grill tapes for downforce and top speed, and also to keep the car's temperatures under control. So I think that's about it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I appreciate it.